we go back again to the biophysical, which is the human body, everything that's happening within the human body. And the human body exists in two dimensions. One is space and the other is time. Okay, and we already saw the space influence, everything in space, in spatial terms of influences, that is summarized in the Muhurta units. Everything that's related with Kala, or it's also called the pure time, so it is like time as such, that is dictated by 1.5 hour time units. So there are 8 Kalas during the day, 8 Kalas during the night. So these are assigned very similar to the way the planets are assigned, but there is a distinction. So there is no assignment for Venus. There is no assignment for Moon. So you got the Sun is assigned, and Mercury and Saturn, and this is Jupiter and Mars. So out of the 7 planets that grahas we saw before, 5 of them get assigned 1.5 hour time units. So 5 during the day out of 8 Kala units, and 5 during the night out of 8 Kala units during the night. And so we start with sunrise, 1.5 hours. If it is Sunday, then Sunday's influence is called Kal, and that is assigned on the first 1.5 hours on Sunday here. Okay, and then the next 1.5 hours after sun's Kala time will be a blank or a neutral time slot, followed by Mercury 1.5 hours, followed by Moon, which is neutral, followed by Saturn, and then followed by Jupiter, and then we get to Mars. And so we are after Mars, there is a blank. So which is the 8th Kala unit or 1.5 unit for the daytime. And that is also neutral. So there are 8 Kala units during daytime. Out of those, 4 are neutral. Okay. And then we will look at the remaining. Out of those, 3 are neutral and the 5 are assigned. So in the Vedic terminology, in the Samhitas, the energy assignments are called the upagrahas or subgrahas. So in story form, they say it is like a sun or a offspring of these planets. So they say Kal is the offspring of sun, Ardha Prahar is the offspring of Mercury, Gulika is the offspring of Saturn, Yamagantak is the offspring of Jupiter, and Mrityu is the offspring of Mars. So it's very interesting, and we can definitely conclude from this that upagrahas have nothing to do with the planets that are moving around in the sky. So these are influences that come in time as a dimension. So again, going back, a human being within is influenced by the Hora units. The influence of spatial energies around the human being is specified in terms of the Muhurta units, which are assigned to those nakshatras. And then the Kala units or the time dimension is assigned to upagrahas or the offsprings of the planets. So what are the qualities of these offsprings? So generally, you can notice that out of these 5 offsprings, only one of them is beneficial. So, and it's very interesting that, Saturn is supposed to be malefic, but the offspring of Saturn is Gulika, which is very beneficial. So if you take a upagraha, 1.5 hour Kal units, then you find that, the slot assigned to Gulika is very auspicious, very good. It brings a lot of benefits. Whereas, Jupiter is supposed to be very beneficial, but then the offspring of Jupiter is Yamakantak, which is like, it's not good. It's not good, it's destructive. So there is it's a beautiful overlay of the spatial energy influences and time energy influences. So they have mapped it using this Upagraha model. So in the Upagraha, you also find something called a assignment slot for Rahu, which we didn't see before. And Rahu is a shadow planet. It's called the Chaya Graha, or the shadow planet. It is the node of the moon, the north node of the moon. And so that also gets a Kala time. So, so you avoid this, you avoid these things, and, you prefer this.